What is data analytics? We start by defining data, which at its broadest definition is simply observable facts. Life and living constantly generate data. Let's use the example of this guy, working at his desk. Let's talk about some of the data points he's currently generating. The data points could be about him, his demographics, so his age, race, gender. It could be about his surroundings, the type of building he's in, the current street address, even the specifications of his hardware. The data points could be about the situation, the current date, time, what's he writing, capturing his current keystrokes. They can even be as peripheral as the amount of tea he's currently consuming or the price of the clothing he's wearing. All of these are data points, not all of which are particularly useful. And you can imagine how this list can go on and on and on and on. The point is that the amount of data generated by life on Earth simply dwarfs the amount of data humans actually collect, even with the advances of big data. And the amount of data we actually use is currently so small compared to the amount of data we collect. Why is it that we collect data that we would never use? It's because in its raw form, data is functionally useless. In this scenario, what is useful about knowing this man has brown hair, or that he's drinking 5 grams of tea while typing the word onomatopoeia? It takes analytics to turn this data into knowledge using the various tools of the trade. And analytics means time, human effort, resources, and accumulated knowledge. The obvious analogy to use would be that of baking a cake. Data is the raw ingredients of flour, sugar, milk, of which some are digestible on its own and some are not. Analytics would be the recipe, the necessary ingredients, tools, and equipment, and the baker him or herself. Much like the baking process has transformed the raw ingredients into a cake, so does analytics transform data into knowledge. Now let's stick with this analogy, since it works a lot better than I originally thought. When a client comes to me and declares, "I want analytics for my company," I walk through similar types of clarifying questions as the one a bakery owner might ask of a customer who told him or her, "I want a cake." The bakery owner probably asks, "What flavor of cake? What's the occasion? What's your price range? And when do you need it by?" Whereas I might ask, "What questions are you trying to answer? How will that knowledge be used? By whom? What's your price range? And when do you need it?" Once the flavor and type of cake is decided, the baker goes through recipes to find that one that will produce such a cake. He or she must confirm that the chosen recipe uses available ingredients and tools that he or she already own. Similarly, once I understand the business questions a client wants to answer, I'll adapt or create a process that analyzes the available data and the techniques, software, and programs I'm familiar with. Sometimes an ingredient is unavailable, and it will either have to be substituted, the process reworked, or the deliverables changed. Similarly with data analytics. So, just think of this cake analogy next time someone mentions data analytics to you.